Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my video. Today's topic is going to be on how to count your macros and track your calories in the most easiest way possible. One thing you guys got to know about macronutrients is it consists of three pillars: your protein, your fat, and your carbs. Macros is basically what we need in the body in order to utilize energy. Alright, so the formula that we're going to use here for the three factors: protein, fat, and carbs. For protein, keep in mind that there's 4 calories per gram. For fat, there's 9 calories per gram. And then for carbs, there's 4 calories per gram. Alright, we're gonna use those numbers in a minute. The first step is to know what your total daily energy expenditure is, or your maintenance calorie for the day. TDEE means how much you need to consume in order to maintain your body weight. So we're gonna use John in this scenario. John is 200 pounds. He is sedentary, he doesn't really work out, he's overweight, and his goal is to lose weight. So we'll talk about losing weight in a minute. Now, we gotta estimate his maintenance calorie. There's so many formulas out there, but the most simplistic formula that I use is from Lyle McDonald, all right? There's other equations such as the Mifflin-Gior, Catch-McArdle, but I feel like it's a little too complex, so I like to make it very simplistic. And again, when it comes to your macros, it's always an estimate, but we want to come up with the best estimate. So, since John is a guy, we're gonna use, what we need to know is there's 14 to 16 calories per pound. That's the formula we're gonna use. Now, 14 being less active, 16 being super active. All right, so since John is less active, we're gonna use number 14. So you wanna multiply his body weight times 14 equals 2,800 calories. 2,800 calories is his TDEE. Now, if someone's trying to lose weight, they have to be in a caloric deficit. All right, so caloric surplus is going to be a different topic. That's more on people that's trying to gain size or muscle mass. But since John is trying to lose body fat, we're going to focus on being in a caloric deficit. Now, for men on a healthy weight loss, you want to lose anywhere between 1 to 2 pounds per week. All right. Now, we're gonna just have John lose 1 pound per week because that's more sustainable and it's a good start off. So that means that John needs to be in a caloric deficit, meaning he has to subtract 500 calories from his maintenance intake to lose body fat, to make sure he's losing weight every week. Burning 3,500 calories, that's equal to 1 pound of fat loss, all right? So, his caloric deficit that he has to be at to consume in a day has to be 2,300 calories. All right. Next thing we need to focus on, which is the third step, is setting the calorie targets. So the first one what we're gonna do for the third step is gonna be focusing on how many grams of protein he needs to be having per day. All right, so the formula that I use is 0.75 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Now, the difference is, since John is sedentary, since he's not as active, all right, I usually have these clients on the lower end of the spectrum. So he's gonna be using 0.75. 1 gram and over, so anywhere between 1 gram to 2 grams. This is for clients that are already pretty lean, kind of skinny, physically active. So I use 1 gram. But since John is obviously less active, we're gonna use 0.75. All right, it's a good starting point. So what you do is you multiply his body weight, so 200 times 0.75, all right, equals 150 grams. That's how much he should be consuming. Now, after you get that, to get the calories, you want to multiply 150 grams times 4. The 4 is from this formula up here. So 150 times 4 equals 600 calories. Now, once we figured out the protein, we're going to go to the fourth step, which is finding his fat. How much he needs to consume for fat. Now, for fat, for men per se, this is the formula I use, 0.30 to 0.40 grams. All right, now, the difference of how do you know where to have the client consume, it all depends on if the client likes carbs, if he likes more fat. For me personally, since I like a lot of carbs, I would go on the lower spectrum. All right, since John doesn't really know if he craves more fat or carbs, we can set it at neutral. So we'll set it at 0.35. So what we do is we multiply his body weight again times 0.35. That's going to equal 70 grams of fat that he needs to eat. To find the calories, 70 grams times, oops, I don't know why I put 4. supposed to be times 9 equals the number he gets here. So it shouldn't be 4, it should be 9. So I kind of messed up on that. But after that, after you figure that part out, then that's when we go into the carbs. Now for the carbs, all you have to do is add the 600 calories from the protein, and then for the fat, the number that's supposed to be here, so 630. But 600 plus 630 from the fat, that's gonna equal 1230, right? 1230 calories minus the caloric deficit, which was 2300. That's gonna give you 1070 calories for carbs. To get it in grams, all you have to do is divide it by 4. The 4 is gonna come from up here. So for carbs, in terms of grams, how much you should be having in a day, it's gonna end up at 267 grams. All right, so this is how you calculate your macros, guys. So this is what he needs to consume in a day. Protein, 150 grams. Fat, 70 grams. And then carbs, 267 grams. All right. Now, a question I always get is the numbers gonna change as you make progress? Most definitely. You don't wanna stick with the same number, because if, let's say John, within 2 months, he lost 25 pounds, right? He can't stick with the same formula. He has to reduce either his carbs or fat. Now the reason why I say that, or not even carbs or fat, but also protein, right? Because like I said, the more you get leaner, sometimes what I do for clients is I have to increase their protein, right? So if they're from 0.75 starting, usually I increase it, but it all depends on where they are as far as the progress. But the two that I always usually manipulate the most is the fat and carbs, all right? But that's it, guys. This is a simple way on how to track your calories and count your macros. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give a like. Comment below if you guys have any questions or any concerns. And again, this is the easiest way to count your calories and count your macros. Till then, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.